Now, abilities subsumed by the big wall infesticle will be buffed, and some will have different functions to what they normally have when they're on the base Warframe. Think about that, okay? Abilities that you rip from a Warframe will function differently and might be more powerful than what they are when they're on the Warframe that actually owns that ability. Kind of makes me a little bit more excited to use this whole new, I guess, Chrysalis system and how some abilities might change. But also, how much of a slap in the face is that to the Warframes that actually own those abilities, right? Grendel's Fireball could be more powerful than Ember's Fireball. Think about that. Might also be cool if Grendel shot the fireball out of his arse as if he was lighting a fart as well. But anyway, that's kind of wishful thinking. Okay, so it's kind of crazy that a different Warframe could have your ability and it would be more powerful than when you actually have it. Unless, I guess, maybe you can rip Fireball from the normal Ember and then pop the new upgraded version onto Ember Prime. I guess we could do that maybe. The same goes for Rhino. If Charge is one, you could take the new Ironclad Charge off the base Rhino and pop it onto the Rhino Prime. That's if that's the ability we're going to be able to extract. Hey, what's up you beautiful feckers? How you all doing? So, Rebecca recently confirmed this and used Zephyr's Airburst as an example. When you extract Airburst and use it on another Warframe, it will function like a mini vortex that sucks enemies in instead of ragdolling them away like the base ability does. So they're doing this to hopefully make some of these, I guess, less desirable abilities more desirable. I guess they have to make some of these abilities more desirable or else we're just going to be left stuck with a certain amount of abilities that the community uses and we don't touch the other ones. Now we already know abilities like Mag's Pull, like Volt's Shock, like Frost's Ice Wave, like Inaros's Desiccate, like Neja's Firewalk, and now Zephyr's Airburst are more or less confirmed to be extractable. But how do you make some of those abilities more desirable? Firewalker is already an ability that a lot of us want to put on either Volt or Gauss, but how do you buff that, or what kind of secondary function do you give it to make it even better than it was before? Imagine, I guess, if they changed elements depending on certain Warframes. Imagine if Firewalker on Saren would leave a toxic trail instead of fire, or if it was ice on Frost, or electric on Volt, or I guess shit on Hydroid. Crazy, right? How do you buff Pull from Mag to make it more desirable? Any Loot Warframe user is already looking at Greedy Pull for that alone. How do you make Shock with Volt more desirable? Added crowd control or some kind of defensive stripper? Some abilities will definitely need a buff, right? Or there will only be a short list of what the community ever uses. We know that Warframes like Limbo and Grendel are both having something completely different done to them since their abilities are tied to the Warframe's theme. Grendel eats things and uses what he eats to fuel himself, so something different will have to be done to his abilities to allow us to extract one of those. Now, I know there's a lot of guessing going on right now in the community about what abilities we think will be extractable or what we hope will be extractable, and it is definitely exciting to think what you can grab out of what frame. I'm just going to wait until they actually tell us in the list. I'm not going to get my hopes up with certain abilities only to not see those on the list. Remember, only one Warframe ability will be extractable, and Warframe themselves are going to let us know what that list is just before the new Chrysalis system actually gets added, so about a week before the Heart of Deimos. Rhino's Charge, however, is definitely an ability I'm looking at, because the idea of putting Ironclad Charge onto Neja or onto another Warframe is definitely appealing, and I'm sure you guys have a list of what sort of abilities you're really hoping will be extractable as well. Now, since we're talking about Zephyr, she has got an incredible deluxe skin in the works as well. It's designed by Liger Inuzuka and it's got this whole Wipeout theme going for it, which is absolutely awesome. But since she is getting a deluxe skin, it could also be a sign or a signal that she might be getting a little bit of a rework as well, because a lot of Warframes, when they get deluxe skins, do get some kind of a touch-up or some kind of a tweak, unless that one time when Vauban didn't get anything done to him, only a slight little tweak. And we know that her target fixation mod setup or mod build is pretty damn powerful, but outside of that, she hasn't got a whole lot of builds going on that sees her being used a lot by the community. Apologies if you are a Zephyr main, that's not a dig or anything like that. But how would you buff or change Zephyr if you could? Maybe adding another Warframe's ability with the whole Chrysalis system is going to be a way to buff her that we just don't know about yet. But Liger Inuzuka's Wipeout artwork that kind of looks like it might have inspired this Zephyr skin is definitely going to shine more of a light on her, because she is going to look absolutely phenomenal. Now, it is very Starscream, okay, Decepticon looking, or even Gundam looking, but the skin does look very, very good. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below how happy you are that abilities extracted will be buffed or will function differently Like the video or don't, subscribe or don't, and as always, thanks very much for watching. Defensive stripper. Behave.